Oh, yes, summer solstice.
I'm late for my birthday.
The
Happy
birthday
birthday,
girl.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy
birthday, Leigh.
Happy
birthday.
solstice. Oh, I don't have I should go get a little drinky poo.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna grab a tiny little something.
Well, if you're grabbing, I'll go grab two.
And I am too.
Okay, we're all going to grab.
I'm prepared.
I'm prepared. Oh, look at you. You have a
We're
much better
prepared.
drink than I do. I did a lot of day drinking on last Saturday, so I've had my share for a while.
Well, it's evening here.
I know.
Everybody's gone.
They went to get their right. They went to get their toast.
Jochen, I like your schmetterling on your hat.
Okay, I'll
Oh,
grab
you know the
strawberries.
German word.
Yes, my
schmetterling.
father used to say, night, night, sleep tight, don't let the schmetterlings bite instead of bed
Aw.
bugs. Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah,
Flutterling.
schmetterling is
Schmetterling.
butterfly.
Is butterfly?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's the word, the German word for butterfly. Okay, say it again.
Schmetterling.
Okay.
You know, this morning on the radio, they played all butterfly songs.
Oh,
What's a
What
butterfly
radio?
song?
Well, all
Okay.
songs that had butterfly themes or butterfly. And I can't tell what they were, but they were a lot. It was all morning.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
Nice.
Mhm.
Butterfly. Butterfly. Oh, the song?
We had a very large moth in our second floor bathroom yesterday. Does that count?
Yes.
If you want it to be.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I haven't seen any moths this year.
Mm.
Come to my house.
Oh,
Come
I
on
guess that's where
over.
they are.
Hmm.
So, Leigh, why don't you ask your question for your birthday?
I know it might have been sent in a message, but if you didn't see it, I just thought it would be really nice since we're doing this also on the solstice, this amazing moment of the year, the wheel of the year, of the longest day of the year, is to what is your fondest or favorite memory as a child for summertime? Obviously, school is out. There is something that was we all know, we just like hold on to summertime as children because it was just so free and liberating. So what is one of your fondest memories of a summertime, either, day or event or vacation?
Mhm.
That's the question.
Mhm.
Well, I'll go with a short answer. Was going to the beach and running on the sand before anyone else got there.
Oh. Nice.
Mm.
Well,
have
I'll go.
one.
Oh, go ahead, Lois.
Happy birthday, Leigh.
Thank you.
So you got me thinking, and what comes to mind, growing up in Brooklyn, I had an aunt that lived in Clifton, New Jersey, my mom's sister. She had two boys. Well, I went to stay with her, and I guess she was so happy to have a girl in the house. There was a masquerade costume party at the park down the block. So she dressed me up as a Hawaiian hula dancer. And I couldn't believe she was paying all this attention to me. And then she took me to see A Hard Day's Night with the Beatles. So it was a really special week that we had together with my Aunt Ronnie in Clifton, New Jersey, when I was a little girl.
Yay.
That's a
Awesome.
great memory.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Well, I'll share my memory. My memory was my mom would take all of us, meaning me, my brother, and my sisters, and we go to Cape Cod to Mashpee. And in Mashpee, our Aunt Jean had a big giant cottage, and her children would come and bring their her grandkids, my Aunt Jean, which is my second cousins, I suppose. Anyway, but we would all go down there, and on the way to Mashpee, Cape Cod, my mom has to go to this best place for clams and fried clams, because it had the belly.
I know.
And then we would
Howard
get a big-
Johnson's.
what?
Howard.
Oh, no, it was not a Howard Johnson's.
Howard Johnson's.
And then from there, then we went to Aunt Jean's place, and we would play on the beach. We go clamming, and we just hang out on the porch. And she was very close to the water. And then at night, we would play mahjong, and we play for pennies, nickels, or dimes. And this was the best part for us kids, because we didn't have a curfew. We can stay up as long as we want and play mahjong with all the adults. So that was, I'll tell you, that was such a wonderful, memorable time. I really, really enjoyed that time. So thank you for that great question. I love it.
Yay.
Well, I guess I can go and riff on that. Happy birthday, Leigh.
Thank you.
Yes, and many, many more. So my favorite memory, in fact, I revisited on Sunday. I was speaking to my girlfriend about it. We were at the beach with my granddaughters up on Lake Ontario. And mine as well was going on vacation to Cape Cod. And we would drive from Syracuse. It took forever. And we would stay in North Truro, but we'd go to Race Point in Provincetown. And Provincetown was not as, flamboyant, I guess, as it is now, but it was, it was my first look at somebody in the park standing on a soapbox doing their thing. And my father was just so curious about everyone. So it was pretty fascinating. But I remember I said to my girlfriend, I'm so glad my granddaughters love the beach so much, because they just play for hours. And I remember being at Race Point and just falling asleep on the blanket, and my mother waking me up and giving me an orange. And it was like the best thing ever, to have this bright, juicy orange at the beach. And we went to the Cape a lot. So that's my favorite. It's one of my favorite spots of all time. It's just beautiful there. The light is gorgeous. It's really wonderful. So thank you for that question, Leigh. Made me very happy.
So who wants to go next?
I'll go. My favorite memories. Yeah, thank you for the question, because it really does make you think of all these things and all these fun and happy times. And I have to say the happiest time was when my parents split up, and my dad was a school teacher. So he got us for 1 month every summer. And I didn't really know how loved he was or how many friends he had, because he would just block out his calendar for a month and plan all these things for us and spend quality time with us for this whole month. And he had a big fishing boat, so we would go fishing and bring my grandmother, and she would make a lunch, and we would sometimes go camping, or we would go to the racetrack every year. We would go, like, he just always go to the movies. Like, he always had all these fun things planned for us. And then we would go to East Hampton for a week every summer. And that's some of my funnest favorite memories, going out east. And then we would bring home lobsters, and he's a fabulous, fabulous cook, and he would cook lobsters. So I just had so many great fun memories of being with my dad every summer.
Miss Sue.
Happy birthday, Lunar Lee. My little
you.
orange. I love you dearly. I really do. And I hope we can get together soon. My grandma Goldie's family lived up in Kingston. And so as a result, my grandparents bought a very small cottage just outside of Woodstock in Shady, and we would go every summer. My brothers slept together on a Murphy bed on a platform in the kitchen, and I slept on a cot in my parents' room, and my grandparents had their own room. We had a screened-in porch, and the Beaverkill River flowed behind our house and down the side of we were close to the top of the mountain, down the side of the top of the mountain. And the first thing we would do when we got to Woodstock, everybody had a coffee can. We'd take our empty coffee cans to the water behind the house, and we'd go fishing for what were those tiny fish? Guppies?
Guppies.
So we'd go fishing for guppies, and of course, all you had to do was pick up the water in the can, and you had like a million guppies. And we had friends who lived just down the road there, the Desiderios. Their family built a wooden footbridge across the Beaverkill, and we would go swimming there. And years later, Michael and I had a house off the Wittenberg Road on Cooper Lake Road, off of Cooper Lake Road. And we were eating at a place called Tisso's, which was an Italian restaurant in their house, at a place called the Four Corners, where around Phoenicia. And we're sitting in the back, and this woman is with her little boy, and she's talking to him, and I realize it's Joanne Desiderio. Joanne Desiderio was my friend. It was her younger sister. So it turned out that Joanne Desiderio was coming from Texas, where she lived as an adult, up to Woodstock for the weekend. And we spent a day together after a billion years of never seeing each other. And it was kind of super sweet to pick up where we left off. Those summers in Woodstock are indelible in my brain. And that whole area is just very, very dear to me. So that's my experience.
Oh, that's sweet.
I'll share, following the summer in a same place. My family is originally from the Philadelphia area. That's where I was born. But when I was 5, my dad was transferred out to Detroit. So, I, left my best friend and all of our relatives and cousins. And so every summer we would come back east to vacation down the shore, because Philadelphians go down the shore, southern New Jersey, which my parents did, growing up. And, even before we moved, I have faint memories, up till 5, but we would get in the station wagon. There were 6 of us. And just the memory of just like my dad packing the station wagon, and me and my sister would be late, because it was about a 10-hour drive, and we would leave, and I think we would leave in the early evening, and they would drive overnight through Ohio, Pennsylvania. But me and my sister would be laying in the far back of the station wagon next to all the luggage piled up, and my brothers in the middle seat and my parents in the front. And, just the, that the feeling and the sensations of being, in the car and then driving through the mountains and getting to my grandparents' house outside of Philly. We would be there always the first 2 weeks of July, because we would stay for a July 4th celebration at my grandparents in the little town. Alden, had the parade and all the different games for kids to play. And I was with my cousins, and it was just like the happiest thing, because we had no family in Michigan. It was just our insular, 6 of us. So just that beginning of our vacation was fantastic. My grandmother, my mom, we always played bingo, and it was just like the happiest thing for a kid to be somewhere surrounded by family. And then we would go down to Wildwood Crest, New Jersey, and my parents rented a small little house. We had the same one for years, and we nicknamed it the greenhouse because it was obviously green. It was a little 2-bedroom beach house. And so me and my 3 siblings all slept in the one room. There was like 2 cots and a bed. And it was about 2.5 blocks from the beach. And every day we would, take everything to the beach, stay there all day, right? And just be in this heaven, right? To me, Wildwood was exotic. Going to New Jersey from Michigan, a suburb of Detroit, was like this exotic land. Even just arriving into Wildwood, the smell of the ocean, or we had to go through this marshy land, the marshes, that actually was kind of a repulsive smell. It's like, that, salt and earth, and you're like, oh, but I'm like, but we're here. Before we, got into Wildwood, it just being at the beach and being so free and running, everything everyone's saying about going to different beach experience, and just being out there all day long. And then we'd come home, we'd shower, we'd playing with friends that we know there and our relatives. We would go to the boardwalk, which to me was, the other amazing thing as a child. The big boardwalk in Wildwood, New Jersey, which was just like this, massive amusement park. And everything is stimulating and all the rides. But we would always do one night, we would go and do the special boardwalk night, where we would go get Max Pizza, and then you get funnel cake. You would get all the crazy, treats all in one night, and then ride the rides. And to me, I'm just, I feel like I would go home and I'd be able to share all these amazing experiences with my friends in Michigan who, like, it's so foreign, I mean, sure, there might be amusement parks up, but the Wildwood shore and the ocean and the boardwalk and the foods there, even the foods specific to more Philly, we would have hoagies and steak sandwiches, the Jersey tomatoes, like having tomato sandwiches, tomato mayonnaise or cheese sandwiches, tasty cakes, Italian water ice. All these things were like, just like never out where I grew up. So, every year we would do this, and I don't know, like, just like everyone else is expressing, it just brings so much joy and happiness as a, a child, to be able to experience all that. And yeah, I mean, my summers were awesome. And, some people go to different places every year, but then all of us, it seems like, I said, the same place was still just so magical, and the memories are so strong. So my parents did move down, eventually moved to Cape May, which is the next little town over south of Wildwood. So I was always so happy that I got to experience a large part of my adult life being in that area, because it's just still so exciting, and just the smell of the ocean and being at the ocean, it just always brings such a smile to my heart. So I love it. Yay.
Oh, that's so sweet. Who would like to go next?
I can go next.
Okay.
It's similar to you, Leigh, to see something completely different from what you know. When I was young, I wrote it down because I sometimes don't have the words spontaneously. So I wrote a little bit down. When I was young, my parents could never go on vacation with me or my siblings. There was just always a lot to do on the farm. In the summer, it was harvest time. But my parents always let me go on children and youth camps. And the camps I went to were camps for young brass players and were organized by the church. I have fond memories of that time. Once we went with a group of 50 children and youth to the River Rhine. I thought it was great to see a complete different landscape. Northern Germany, where I grew up, is a flat and wide land without any hills. The Rhineland is completely different. The Rhine cuts through its hilly landscape and meanders along the borders between France and Germany. On every other hill, high above the Rhine, stands a medieval castle or ruin. Low down, we could see from the terrace of our youth hostel we could see barges and excursion steamers. This was a wonderful vacation, and we had music and excursion every day. So,
Oh,
do you want a birthday song, Leigh, now?
yes.
Yeah?
Oh, yes, of
Okay,
course.
okay,
Now it'd be fabulous.
okay. I found a song for you, Leigh. You are
Is this being
my...
recorded, RD?
Yes, we are
Okay.
recorded.
Oh, really?
I don't know what I did.
I found a song for you, Leigh. I hope you like it. You are one of my 2 favorite Gemini Bell sisters. The other one is Sue. It's a song from Charles Trenet, who also wrote this famous song La Mer, if you know it. La Mer, la 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 la. But this is not the song I sing for you. This song for you has become a love song in the English translation, a love song to someone that you may have to let go with a heavy heart. But I won't sing this song for you with a heavy heart. I will sing it with a lot of joy, and I need a key. I wish you bluebird in the spring to give your heart a song to sing, and then a kiss. But more than this, I wish you love, and into life a lemonade to cool you in some leafy glade. I wish you health, and more than wealth, I wish you love. My breaking heart, and that you and I could never be. So with my best, my very best, I set you free. I wish you shelter from the storm, a cozy fire to keep you warm. But most of all, when snowflakes fall, I wish you love. We wish you love. We wish you love.
Beautiful.
Yay!
Oh,
Oh,
yay!
beautiful.
Beautiful. Beautiful,
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful,
Joken.
bravo, bravo.
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 I take the love.
Bravo. That was beautiful.
Thank
Jeanette.
you. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
That was
Yay.
nice.
wow.
Thank you. Oh, it's always so amazing to hear your songs.
That was
I
beautiful.
try.
I truly can't wait till we actually are in person. I really can't, to hear
That's
and
what I
see.
want to say. I'm thinking of coming over maybe next year.
Oh,
weeks.
great.
2 weeks or 3, I don't know. But I'm saving some money, and I got some pretty offers where I can stay. And yeah, we will make it.
Yay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Duh. Cheers.
A little orange wine in the afternoon won't hurt. That's what I want.
So, how about you, Miss Rita?
Hi, everybody. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Wishing you all the best, sending you lots of love and hugs. Love and hugs.
Thank
It's always so
you.
nice to see you on Bells and hear you share with us all of the wonderful things. So you're one of my favorites. So love, love, love. And
Thank you.
my favorite memory from when I was younger was when my parents sent me with my aunt and uncle to stay with my aunt and uncle for the summers. And they always took me to Copenhagen. And
Oh,
I just love Copenhagen. You know, the Tivoli Park there is the most amazing park in the world. It has boats on it and a lake. It has a casino. It has fun rides for the kids. It has classical music concerts at night that we went to. My uncle played piano, so they loved music. And seeing the Little Mermaid. So, you know, being in Copenhagen and Tivoli was just always the best way to spend the summer.
Awesome.
oh, that's great. Thank you. Miss Linda.
Good morning, everyone. Happy birthday, Leigh. Happy
Thank
birthday.
you.
Got flowers for you.
Oh, those are
Lots of
Gorgeous.
beautiful.
balloons, lots of balloons. I also say the second sentiments that Rita shared. You're wonderful. We love when you share on the bells. You're just so awesome. You're a beautiful soul, beautiful spirit. Wishing you all the best for your birthday. I just have to share, Yokin, I sang that song many years ago in a cabaret show that I had. And so when you just brought back memories for me when you sang that, like, my gosh, that was really a nice time. So thank you for that memory. Thank you so much. I shared my favorite summer vacation, I'm very sure before, but I'll share it again. It was in London in 1977. It's another anniversary coming again next month, July 13th. We left the night of the blackout. I don't know how my mom planned that, but we went up there, we left, and we heard it on my mom said the captain had announced it. That happened. And I just remember closing my eyes and waking up, and we were in London. And I remember my favorite breakfast of all was a 3-egg omelet with cheese, perfectly made. It was Pan American Airlines. I'm sure everyone remembers Pan Am back then. So they just went all out with their breakfasts and their foods. And I remember coming off the airplane and I was just running around in the lobby in the airport terminal. And my mom and my brother are like, oh, we're really tired. They're slow behind me. And we got to my aunt's house, my aunt and my uncle's house. And back then, I don't think 77, we had color back then. I don't remember if we had color TV then, but they only had 4 TV stations at the time: IT1, ITV2, BBC1, and BBC2. And I think the cartoons were showing, and they were concerned, like, what are the kids gonna think? If they're gonna be anything, are they gonna be animated like in New York and United States? And I said, black and white is fine. It's perfect for me. I just was so happy. I actually wrote about it in my, that's why I remember it so vividly, because I remember writing it in the school, said, what was your best summer vacation? One of the little assignments we used to do for school. And we got into so much trouble back then. It was just, then when I think about it, I'm like, oh my God, I was 9 at the time. My brother was 7 and my other cousin was 8, my cousin Kathy. And I remember finding 50 pence somewhere in the house. And I went to the store and we bought up a whole bunch of candy and had it in the basement and ate Smarties and Snickers, which was a marathon bar back then. And we just had a little party. I think my brother got in trouble with this other boy and he stole money or something. He did. It was crazy. We broke the banister at one of the parties. We got into so much trouble. But the most favorite thing I remember was going on seeing Big Ben, going on the double-decker buses and just trying, traveling around. I think we went that time for the Jubilee. There was a Jubilee going on at that time, I think, for the Queen. And it was great. It was just an amazing time. I remember was running every time someone would come to the door, I'd run down the stairs and jump into the lap. jump into their arms, not my lap, but that jump into their arms. And one time person didn't catch me and I actually jumped and I literally fell on my behind. They missed me. That was funny. I didn't think it was funny at the time because I hurt, but it was funny when I think about it. Like, what was I thinking? It was just so carefree back then. I mean, back then you could leave your doors open and it's just, you know, neighbors came around and it was just this wonderful era of yeah, my experience of freedom, just freedom and exploring, and it was so big and grand, and so that was nice going back last year to just see it and not relive it again, because I did go about 7 years ago. My uncle's like, well, that's your first time going. You can't count the first time. I count the first time because I always remember it. So I will always remember that, my favorite vacation. It's one of my favorite summers of all, you know, besides going to like bus outings and everything with my dad and my mom and going to Orchard Beach with my family and stuff. But that one will always stick out to be the best and
Oh,
the funnest.
true.
Thank you. Thank you, Leigh, for that question. Because as soon as I saw it, I said, London, my favorite summer vacation. That's the one.
And Miss Barbara.
Oh, good morning. Happy summer solstice and happy birthday, Leigh. And thank you for the song, Johan. I was teary-eyed. That was just so beautiful. My God. Happy birthday, Leigh. Thank you for your love and your light. Always when you come into the bells, you're sharing your insights, your intuition. It's just so beautiful and wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you for the question also. And I don't have one particular favorite event from childhood. I have many memories of being in joy, in nature, different places in nature. My mom's backyard, sitting out on the shed and just being in nature out there, just feeling that joy in my heart. Going to the park, Prospect Park. I used to love Prospect Park. And anytime we went there, just everybody disappeared for me. It was just me and nature, the sun, the grass, the trees, the flowers. Those were my moments that stay in my heart as a child. Being in the playground with the water sprinklers. I just love the water. I just love jumping into the water and just feeling that cool water on my skin, and just I was in my exaltation always. And where we lived in Brooklyn, a couple of blocks from Eastern Parkway, every year there was a West Indian Day parade. And I love going out on Eastern Parkway, walking in that parade, seeing the costumes, all those beautiful bodies, the music, the dancing. The sun was always out. I never remember one parade when the sun did not come out. So those are my memories. I don't have a particular one, but I remember the joy, the feeling, the exaltation, and it's not one event, it's many events when I was growing up as a child. And thank you for the question, because it took me back to all of that, and that energy, that joy, that light just expanded my heart. So thank you for that. Thank you very, very much. And you're the one who, well, and Beth also, always has cards to read to people for their birthday. And so Ann Beth is not here, and you're here, and you're not going to read for yourself. So I would like to do that for you.
Thank you.
So the cards that I have, they are by a woman, and her name is Cheryl Lee Hartness. She's an intuitive, and she's also an artist, and she created these oracle cards using fractal art. And so each card has an image of a fractal art. And so how would you like me to do it? Shall I shuffle the cards and stop at a specific number, or you want me to fan the cards out like you usually do? How do you want me to do it?
Yeah, why don't you fan them out?
Okay, 47 cards. You can see them. Do you want to see them or you want to see the back?
No, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna look at them. I mean, I can't really see them.
Okay.
I mean, oh, I see what you mean as you fan them.
Yes.
I mean, either way, I don't need to see them. I'm just gonna close my, you can actually just move your finger and I'm gonna tell you when to stop.
Okay.
So it,
Wait, I didn't start yet. Okay, I've got them fanned out. It's a lot of cards, it's 47 cards. Okay, I'm starting to move my fingers.
okay, and yeah, wherever you feel your finger will be too with when I say
Okay,
there.
okay. Oh, the card is worthy. And this is the fractal art. Worthy.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You
It
are
looks
worthy.
like, it looks like a butterfly to me. Yes, there.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Perfect.
Yes. Okay. I can't hold it and read at the same time. So let's do this for Leigh. And I'm going to send you a picture of it, and I'm going to send you a picture of the text as well. Worthy, you are one of the loving spirits who has come to be in service to humanity this lifetime. This strong desire and need to give to your fellow human being is embedded deep within your soul's blueprint. You play an important role in the cosmic plan. This card has come to you today as Spirit's way of giving you a much needed reminder that you hold a great worth and value. You can no longer question whether you are worthy or if you have value in this world. We all look to our physical world for confirmation. We question whether we are good enough, wanted and needed. We want the world to tell us that we are doing well and that it wants what we have to offer. But your value, your worth cannot come from anyone or anything outside of yourself. Just as you are right now, in this very moment, you are enough. And it is time for you to begin to understand your own worth and value. Spirit is asking you, start now, to understand just how important you are. Begin by asking yourself, how much would you value someone who was as kind as you are to others? If you met a person whose inner heart was as caring and loving as yours, would you value them in your life? If someone gave to you as you give to others, would you value it? Of course you would. You need to see yourself, see just how valuable you really are. Your worth does not come from what you do or how you behave. Your worth comes from the fact that you are a part of divine source. Once you fully realize this, you will play an invaluable role in helping others to discover their own worth too.
Wow, that's an incredible card, a beautiful writing image. And I have to share, I mean, it's very touching and a really profound. And I'm just saying that it's for all of us to receive. This card was for all of us. Every word is meant for each of us here. So I'm really very happy to receive that for all of us.
And see, that's what you do.
Yeah, all right.
That's
I didn't mean it.
That's what she
I
does.
didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean that really, but I mean, I wasn't thinking that in my mind. But no, I mean, that's when we have these groups and you have a reading, we're all meant to receive it.
Yes, that is, and we honor that in you. We honor that in you. And yes, when I saw this, when I pulled it, it looks exactly like a butterfly.
Yes.
And it seems to me that especially during this time, when the first phase of the Aquarian age, the golden age, and all this energy is coming in, yes, sometimes we feel uncomfortable and challenged, but the body is recalibrating to accommodate all these frequencies and energies that are coming in. And so we have to honor that, but most of all, know that you are a butterfly emerging into a new world that you and all of us light beings are creating. And so thank you for being you, Leigh. Thank you
Aw,
so much.
thank you,
I
Barbara.
love
Oh my
you
God, I love
dearly.
you. I love you all. And it's so amazing. Judy, you said you heard the radio playing all the butterfly
Butterflies.
songs.
Right. Butterflies. Happy birthday, my love. My
Thank you. Thank you, Barbara.
birthday.
Mwah. Oh, that was beautiful.
Toast to you, baby. Toast to you.
Cheers.
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 Christy.
Hi, can you hear me?
We can hear you. Are you
Yes.
parked?
Oh, okay. I just pulled over. How you doing?
Uh,
Oh, happy birthday, Leigh.
Thank you, Dee.
Oh, what a great day for a birthday. It's so sunny and warm and beautiful. The rain went away and it feels real good. I came in kind of late, but I guess favorite summer memory?
As a
Favorite-
child.
Wow. You know, there is not one singular one. All summers are the best, you know, and there are, there are just things about every single summer that are perfect. You know, the way the earth smells and the air smells when it starts to get warm, and you suddenly realize like, wow, it's going to stay warm for a while. You know, when that one day hits, like maybe it's today, you know, the solstice, when you know there's no going back now for a couple of months. We don't have to think about cold anymore. The smell of the ocean, the way you described Wildwood, it's exactly what Lake Jones Beach meant for me as a child. You know, you couldn't see the ocean yet, but as you got closer, you could smell it. You could smell it coming in the car windows and you get so excited. We used to have these little blow up, like inflatable things that you'd wear around your waist into the water. And my mother, it was poverty, we never got new ones. We had the same ones for like 10 years. And they would live in the trunk of the car. And then when summer came and we'd make our first trip to the beach, you'd be like, crack open the trunk. We'd have to dig out the tubes and stuff. And I would be so excited, even though they'd be like filled with motor oil and garbage throughout the year. I couldn't wait to wrap my lips around the thing and start blowing it up because, and this is going to sound insane, but there was always a little salt water in there, like from the last summer, like, you know how it is when you're blowing up an old inner tube, and it'd be like, oh Mom, this smells like the ocean. And she'd be like, get it out of your mouth. You know, it was good. No, I really like it. It tastes really good. So yeah, the beach was just the absolute best. And, you know, the freedom, summer to me was absolute freedom. You know, you run out the door with no shoes, no jacket, no nothing, you know, and you could lay in the grass and feel the warmth of the ground and the warmth of the sun, like kind of meeting in your body, you know. Summer was everything. That's why I had to get to Florida or somewhere tropical, because to me, summer is life, you know. Yeah. Oh, and as I got older, I just remember experiencing like summer in the city and the Puerto Rican Day Parade and Orchard Beach and city summer, grown-up summer. You know, that was like, whoa, this is even better than kid summer. You know, it's just like everything about summer is awesome, I think, you know, and I just love it. And knowing that you were born in summer, it's like classically perfect. You know, you're one of those summer kids. So I just want you to have a beautiful birthday and a fabulous year. And I love you very much. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Dee. Mwah.
You're welcome. And I
love
gotta
it.
go. I'm sorry, I can't really stay, but I wanted to, I know.
Thanks for pulling
Y'all kinda-
over.
Oh, that's so great, Dee.
Oh, I love
Thank
you.
you for
Thank
coming in,
you.
Dee. Oh my gosh.
I didn't want to miss it. And I'm really glad I was able to make it. I love you guys. I wish I could hear the
Love
rest of your
you.
summer stories, but they're recorded, right?
Yep.
Okay. Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
So I think we got,
I don't know.
I think we got everybody. So the birthday
Figured out
girl,
me.
Judy?
Oh, yeah, I just want to make one comment about fried clam at Howard Johnson's
Ah,
at the Cape. And that is, at that time, Howard Johnson's, I forgot what chef it was Craig Claiborne, or one of the major chefs was cooking at Howard Johnson's. So the fried clams there were good. You know, I just we weren't getting second best. And also the chowders. And it was wonderful. It was like the introduction, the smell and the salt air. And as soon as you got over there, it was a magical.
I don't know how to get out of this. I can't get out.
Yeah, Leigh, I have to tell you that you brought back, I remembered when we would get close to the Cape to North Truro and get on like 6A or whatever, you know, we'd veer off and go on the beach road and roll down the windows, everybody. And we would just stick our heads out. And, you know, later on, I would take my kids to the Cape and of course, air conditioning, say, okay, put the windows down, here we are. So thank you for that. And this morning when I came out, it smelled like summer. I was so happy. It was a summer solstice, and it had that, like Dee said, that turning point where it had that summer smell on this day. So that was pretty special. So thank you for that.
And
Yeah.
Judy, you were talking about Howard Johnson's with the fried clams. My dad used to take us there as well because they had one night a week where it was all you could eat fried clams.
Yes.
And they were delicious, and I could put away my work.
Good for you.
That's awesome.
That night wasn't for nothing.
Are they still around, Howard Johnson's?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Closed. Okay.
It kept changing. It was the red roof, the orange roof, whatever. It kept changing, but I don't think it exists anymore.
Okay,
As far as
thank
I
you.
know, I don't know.
We used to drive up to Woodstock on Route 9 because there was no throughway when I was a child. And we would stop in Newburgh at Crowley's Dairy. Do you remember Crowley's makes all kinds of dairy products here in New York?
Oh, right.
And we would stop there to get ice cream. And my brothers would always say, oh, you get this one. They would tell me to get, right? Because they wanted to try it, but they didn't want to commit to it. And they would get the best flavors for themselves. And then, you know, of course, I never liked what I ended up getting, but that was a different situation. Also, I wanted to say that I agree with Rita about Copenhagen. It is wonderful. And just yesterday, I was saying to Michael, I really want to go back. I call her my Danish daughter. She and her family are Danish, and they live in actually they just moved to a suburb of Copenhagen. So I'm very anxious to go back and have a visit there. Tivoli is awesome.
Mhm. Beautiful.
Oh, so Miss Leigh, how would you like to close your birthday celebration? Do you want to do a little?
I was wanting to share this beautiful Qigong technique called bone marrow washing. And it will probably take maybe, you know, a total of maybe 15 minutes just to go through, or maybe less, just to go through the explanation and then just do it as well. So if everyone can stay on for another 10, 12, 15 minutes. I mean, if you can't, that's okay. But I'm gonna just switch around and I'm gonna, because I want you to see most of, pretty much just from my hips up, you know, so you can either, it's a standing thing, but if you can't stand, you can sit as well. But I'm gonna switch and put my speaker on, and so hopefully you can hear me. So just take a moment.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Thank you, Leigh.
Well, while she's setting up for me, I am just so happy to see everybody today. This is such a wonderful celebratory month. So, and I just love, right, and I love listening to the stories about the beach and all of your memories of growing up, and it just really is a wonderful, wonderful time of the year. And thank you, Yoka. That was beautiful song. That was so good. I love it. I love it. And frankly, I
blossom the soul.
What?
It's a beautiful, this is a time of year when we could really blossom our souls.
Absolutely.
A time of expansion. Okay, Leigh is ready.
But can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I mean, obviously summer in Chinese medicine, the summer is the time of joy, right? The emotion, it's the heart, the pericardium, and the small intestine, and what is the fourth organ? But either way, it's obviously about yang energy moving up. So that's why it's rising energy into our heart. And that's why the joy of these memories, right? What is summer? It is the most joyous time, even though we should try and keep that joy year round, because when we need it the most in the winter, right? But so what I'm doing here is called bone marrow washing. It's this beautiful technique that you can do on its own, or if you're doing a qigong practice, you could always incorporate it into the practice. But what we're going to be doing is I'm going to show you the hand positions, and there's going to be 3 different times we go through it, because it's working with bringing the energies into, the energy is all around us, but we're going to be pulling energy through our energy system around in front of us to align all of our gates, which are the chakra centers, the energy portals where we send and receive energy. And then we're going to do a second wave of this where we're actually bringing in the bright golden light energy into our bones, deep into our bone marrow, and we're going to be lighting up our bones. So there's a visualization along with the energy that we're focusing at the intention of this energy soaking deep into us, but we're going to visualize as much as you can your bones lighting up and having incredible vitality and strength and density and health. And then the third time we'll do it is to bring in a visualization of like a gold or like a blue waterfall, where it's like a cleansing. So we'll be, receiving from the heaven energy, but we're connecting to the earth as well. I mean, because we really are like trees. We can imagine ourselves like trees. So we'll pretty much be standing with our feet shoulder width apart. And I'll quickly just show you the hand movements, but we'll also just activate our hands initially, because the centers of our palms, there's these actually are 2 gates, these opening points called the Lao Gong, which is where we also send and receive energy. But we'll do like you can just even clap your hands and rub them. And then we'll just hold them in the prayer mudra, but you're sort of pressing your hands together to sort of activate these points. And then we'll be separating the arms and pushing them out to the side and opening up as much as you can. And you'll be flexing your wrists so that you're really opening up the arm. I'm just going to go. You're really stretching this whole area, which is also stretching your fascia, but you're stretching and opening up the energy meridians from your hands that go all the way to your heart. The heart meridian actually runs from your chest here through your pecs, through your arms to your little finger. And the pericardium meridian is there too. So they connect to the heart. So we're just going to be opening up and stretching. And then what we'll be doing is taking one arm behind you and placing it right at your kidney area with your palm facing out. And it's actually in the center of your back, and that's the Ming Men, the gate of life. And so imagine that gate of life is about opening it up to have the energy rising up from your root to rise up into your heart. And then it will rise up into your brain, your wisdom center. You have your power center, your heart center, and your wisdom center. So you want to rise the energy up. So the gate of life, you have to try and, open that up through energy practices. And imagine the kidneys are sitting on either side of this gate of life, and they're like the lions outside of a building, right? In China, or the food dogs. They're the protectors of the gate of life. So they, they're standing on either side of this gate of life, and you want to, open it up so that they're the power, they're the lions, they're they're that energy there that we have to give lots of love and honor these kidneys. So you'll have the one arm, behind you like that, while your other arm will rise up above your head. And if you have the flexibility, you want to have it so it's around 4 or 5 inches above the top of your head with your palm facing up initially. And we'll take a moment there where you connect with the center of your palm and really visualize golden energy light coming in from the heavens into your hand. And then what we'll do, we'll turn your palm around to face the top of your head, and we'll slowly, I'm just going to go through these quickly because we'll do it all together. We'll go across the front of your body with your hands a few inches away, and you'll be going down through all of your energy gates, your crown, your third eye, your throat chakra, your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral, and then at your waist, your palm is just going to come in front of you. Your arm is going to come in front of you with your palm facing down towards the earth. And then we'll switch. We'll put that hand behind you with that palm facing outwards, and we'll put the other hand up, and we'll be doing the same movement. And slowly coming down. And then that hand will go to the earth. And then we'll switch one more time. But each time we go through, I'll be letting you know what we're focusing on. But as long as you get each of those, the very simplistic movement, hopefully it's simple. If you can't have your hand above the crown, then put it more in front of your head at your third eye. Does everyone understand those movements?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll start again. Feet shoulder width apart. Bring your hands together. You can rub them, get some heat there. Really press together. Activate your palms, those gates. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Another deep breath in. Exhale. And slowly move your hands apart as you stretch your arms out to the sides as much as you can, flexing your wrist to really engage the muscle, the fascia, stretch open those meridians. And slowly bring your hands down. And you can mirror me if you like. Place one behind your back at your kidney area and raise the other one above your head, palm facing up if possible, above your crown, and close your eyes and focus on the point in the center of your palm, opening, receiving beautiful golden energy light from above. And turn your hand so your palm faces your top of your head. And we're going to just slowly move this energy down in front of your body, sort of ironing out any little kinks or stuck areas in your energy auric field of your chakras or gates. Slowly, still just imagining golden light coming from your hands, shining on all of your chakra areas, your entire front of your body. And then place in front of you your hand pointing towards the earth. You're connected to the earth. There's roots going down from the bottom of your feet. And the top of your head is lifting up. Your crown chakra is going up towards the heavens. Imagine you're like a tree. Our upper body are the branches going up, and our legs and feet are going down, rooting down. Your hand facing the earth now is just sending out any stale, stagnant energy to send back into the earth. And slowly switch arm position. Your one arm hand goes to your lower back while your other arm lifts up. Slowly above your crown, palm facing up. Again, receiving, opening up to the golden energy light, energy surrounding us everywhere. Turn your palm towards your crown. And now really imagine you're doing this power energizing light of this energy as you slowly go down in front of your body. Visualize all the bones as you pass them, your cranium lighting up. It is bright, golden white. Going down into your neck area, your cervical spine is lighting up. Your shining, bright, golden light going down into your shoulders, your chest, your rib cage. Every bone is bright and shining and healthy and dense, and your stem cells are being activated. Your bones are the battery of your body. They're going all the way down your pelvis. The light, this energy is going into all of your legs, your bones, your legs, your feet, your arms are shining bright. And put that arm in front of you with the palm facing down to the earth. You are recharging your bones. All that is no longer needed is going down your arm into the earth to be composted. Your shining bright structure, your bones are vibrating with healthy energy and light. And now switch arms one more time. The front arm comes up overhead, palm facing up, gathering this beautiful energy from all that is, and flipping your palm. And now with your arm and your hand going over, you imagine this bright, incredible blue waterfall light energy washing over you. Now you are doing a major cleanse. You're just having this incredible blue, Caribbean blue waterfall washing over your entire energy being and your physical being. Cleansing all that needs to be cleansed, emotional, physical. And when you get to your waist, you can put your hand in front of you, palm facing down. You can bring your other hand now in front of you, both palms facing down. Imagine that your arms are like drains, and anything that is murky from this waterfall cleanse is just going out your arms, down through your hands into the earth. Take a deep breath in. Slowly exhale. One more deep breath. You have aligned your energy, your chakra, your gates. You have re-energized all of your bones, and you've cleansed your energy body, your bones, your body, your physical. Now bring your feet slowly back together. And we will lift your arms up one time over your head. Bring your body and mind into alignment here. Your hands at your heart. And bow down to yourself for showing up for yourself and your bones and your health and vitality. And happy solstice.
That was
Thank
absolutely
you.
beautiful. Thank you, Leigh. What a beautiful gift.
You're welcome.
That was
Yes,
awesome. That was awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Leigh. That was
Thank you
beautiful.
very much.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. It can be done. You can do it even slower. You can, do the movement as slow as you want. It can be, you can be doing like a minute worth. You
Yeah.
can just do you don't have to do all three if you don't want, but just even focus on, really shining and bringing that golden light into your bones.
Well, for
And
me,
visualize as much as you can, the bones of your body, your whole structure just glowing with white, bright light.
well, for me, this was absolutely wonderful because here I had just the bone marrow biopsy, and talk about cleansing the marrow throughout my entire body. And I'm just visualizing you're just helping me to continually clear the marrow to be very healthy and just filled with life and joy. And I really appreciate that very much.
Welcome. I mean, I knew it would be helpful for you very much so, but for others as well. But yeah, it's really, when I first learned that last year, I'm like, this is amazing for all of it, just for our bones in general. Because I was diagnosed with osteoporosis. So I've been focusing on this for the last year and a half, just to, that's one of the many things that I've been doing, but our own attention, where our attention goes, energy flows, right?
That's right.
But our attention is where energy flows. So, that is one of the most powerful things we can do as beings, because we are energy beings.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Ashe.
And I'd like to bow down
On this,
to Leigh. Happy birthday. Thank you so much for your gift. And thank you for your love, your support, your friendship. You've been totally amazing. And I'm so blessed and have you in my life. Birthday.
thank you, Heather. Love you.
Happy birthday. Of course, we have to sing with a happy birthday song. Happy birthday
Birthday to
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday to
birthday
you.
to
To
you.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
dear
dear
Leigh.
Leigh. Happy
Happy
birthday
Birthday
to
to you.
you.
And many more.
Many, many
And many more.
more.
Abundant blessings. Abundant blessings.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers.
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 That was really